Hey, Great Looks family. We're here. We are getting ready to do a nail design. We are going to be using the Butterfly series Polygel. It's going to be my first time using the Polygel in my whole career. So sit back and enjoy. So the first thing we're going to do with this particular polygels, we're going to try and swatch them. All the polygel videos that I watch, they swatch the polygel. So I'm going to try to do the same thing in this video. So I have my little spatula. And so this color is Yasmina. Oops. I think I carried away. And I didn't peel the little forms off. Okay, so. Okay. I don't know if you guys can really see, but that's the color. This is thick. So this one is Vienna. I will say these tubes are like half full. And that to me is a negative. This is Angelina. You hear that? If you guys can hear that pop, that's because this is mostly air. This is Fiona. And I'm not sure if this means it's color changing or not, because it's two-toned, but we'll see once we cure it. And then this one is Evelina. And this one is dual tone. And then we have Valentina. Which I thought was more on the purple side, but it might be a color changing because of the shift right there. And then we have Anna. Which is looks like a darker pink. And then we have Helena. These are really thick, by the way. This one might be a color shifting. Not 100% sure. And then we have Ariana, which may be a color shift. Ooh, that's pretty. On the bottle, it looks green, but it looked like it came out like a blue. And then we have Serena, which looks like it may be a color shift. Y'all might have a hard time with this. So these are the colors. And I'm going to cure them. Okay, so this is the colors cured. I'm not sure if, I don't forgot which one is supposed to be color changing, but that's them cured. So we're gonna get into this set. I'm not sure if I want to use, if I want to make this a hybrid set or not, but we'll see where the set goes. Okay, so we're gonna start this set off with our prep work. We're gonna take my diamond bit, and we're going to work on our cuticles. We'll gently push back the cuticles with the cuticle bit, the diamond bit. And we're going to try to get any of that dead skin, if there is any, off. And I have my my Mini Pro passport set to really low. So we're just going to push back these cuticles. And clean up these nail beds. There's still like a thin coat of builder gel on here. And I'm going to leave it to protect her natural nail. And so now that we've done that, we're gonna flip our drill in reverse, and we're gonna push the skin back. So we have the most nail estate. We're gonna do that on all 10 fingers. So with this butterfly series, we are going to go by the instructions together. We're going to see how we can do this. Polygel may be my demise. Okay, so now we're just going to shape the free edge a little bit, because this set we're going to be using tips. I wouldn't mind doing forms, but because this is a system I'm not sure about, we're just gonna go with tips. Okay, so now that we've shaped the free edge, I'm gonna go back and just rough up my nail estate. Okay. So now we are going to remove the dust. And we are going to do tips. Today I have chosen to use my long stiletto clear tips by BU. I get these off Amazon. I will have these are a set of my favorite nail tips. I will have them I'll post a link down in the description box. And we are going to tip up these, tip these up. And I'm going to be using Bondini glue. This is the best glue on the market. It holds, it holds your rhinestones down. It holds these tips like crazy. It is some of the best glue. So you want to fit your tip from sidewall to sidewall. Most people I've been watching their videos, they glue the tip up pretty far. You will not see me tip it that far because I need enough nail bed for the product to adhere to. So you'll see me place it directly, literally right here on the tip of the nail. Then I'll go back and push in these sidewalls to make sure that they're down. And so now I have enough nail estate for the product to grab hold of and stay. So this little bit of nail lifted, but I'm still going to act as if that was too small. I'm going to act as if there's still a nail there. That's too big. So this is we're just gonna file this side just a little bit. Now this nail may come off because of how I'm placing this tip, because I'm going to place it right there at the tip of the skin and the nail, so it's adhered to both the nail and the skin. I have had no issues with placing people's nails coming off by placing them directly on the tip of the nail. I have zero issues. Because if you can tell, it's literally right there at the tip of the nail. You're going to push these in. Make sure the sidewalls are adhered to. And once you've been doing this long enough, you know exactly what number your clients generally are. The other nail. This nail bed is wider. And see, this is a tad bit too big, so we're just going to, the other one was too small, so we're just going to taper in these edges. Clear out that dust. Put my glue in the well. Put it right there on the tip of my nail. Push in my sidewalls. And then our tips are ready. So how long do you want them? Take our tip cutter. How long? Right here? We are going to cut our tips back. You want them square or coffin? Okay. And then we're going to take our straight, our straight nippers, our fingernail clippers. And we are going to just take these edges off. Then we will file into shape. Now, you know, all this is post the instructions. Now, when I'm using, I have gotten a lot smarter when it comes to nails. When I'm laying a colored acrylic that is non-see-through, I do not blend the tips. I'm not wasting the extra time to blend the tips. It makes absolutely zero sense to me anymore to do it that way. Because one, that tip is not going to be seen after you lay your foundation correctly. You will not see the tip at all. So it makes absolutely no sense for me to blend the tip. These are clear, so I'm not really going to blend them either because of them being clear. Because the design that we're going to do, it should be fine. Okay, so now that we have everything all shaped and in file, we're going to remove the dust. Actually, hold on. Okay, so here's the instructions. I said we're going to go step by step. So it says, nail prep, file, buff, and cleaning, mandatory step. It says, apply a layer of gel base coat and cure for 60 seconds. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because it doesn't state that I should do it, because this is going based on the dual forms, I am going to lightly etch with a fine drill bit, with a fine sanding band. I'm going to etch the nail tips, because I know that gel doesn't stick to anything shiny. Okay, so we are just going to lightly etch this nail tip to remove the shine. No, I'm not blending it. It doesn't need to be, I don't feel like it needs to be blended because it's a clear tip. So we are just going to just etch all the nail tips. You guys, this might be a long video, especially because I have no clue to what I'm doing. But I hope you guys like it. Sorry, I just had to blend that piece. So we are going to blend, 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 blend. You guys, I'm really trying to get these YouTube videos in. I feel like the first week of October is gone and I haven't done enough YouTube videos yet. Okay, so now that they're all etched, didn't take a whole lot of effort, just etched them. Clean up my, dust my face off. So I was happened to be reading this, and it says for a long-lasting effect, we recommend to apply nail dehydrator and primer after prepping your nails. It will make the polygel nail extension last way longer than you want it. Highly recommended if you want to last. So we are going to, they did not provide dehydrator and primer. So I'm going to be using my Band-Aid dehydrator. I always dehydrate on, this is my wife, 2 or 3 times because she has really oily nail beds. So we're going to do a couple of times. And this is going to be like a hybrid set because they didn't send, in this kit there was no clear polygel, so I'm going to cap everything in clear acrylic. And I didn't know prior to making the video that there was no clear polygel in it. Otherwise I would have ordered some. So we're going to dehydrate. And then we are going to apply No Lift Primer, which is the best primer on the market. The set that I just that we just took off in my last video, that was, I used, the very first time I did the polygel set on my wife, I used all the products from Appraise. I used all their products. Then the second time I did it, I used their products and my products. Well, not my products, but the products that I'm used to. And they stayed on much longer because I think the first set that I did on her only lasted a week. But when I used my dehydrator and primer, it lasted 2 weeks. So this is the best primer on the market. You can get this from Sally's. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next one. It says, when dipping the brush into slip solution or alcohol, please make sure the brush is not too wet or not too dry. Too dry can't shape the nail, can't shape it. Too wet, you will get bubbles into the polygel. You don't want that. Number 5, if you aren't able to find any 70% rubbing alcohol, which I will be using 100% alcohol, you may use the base coat to shape gel smoothly. We highly recommend this new trick. If you use dual form to do your nail extension, it will make the polygel stay longer. Tip 6. Please pick and choose. No, we're not doing nail forms or dual forms. So we'll wait to get there. So we are now going to apply a layer of gel and cure it for 60 seconds. So I'm going to shake their base gel and grab my lamp. We're going to, because I'm not sure, because we're using tips, I'm just going to apply the base gel over the entire extension. And we'll cure for 60 seconds. Okay, so this is their base, which is on the thicker side. And we're gonna apply it, out of frame, over the entire nail. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that bead is running really slowly down. Run that over the entire nail. I'm gonna just go back and make sure that I didn't apply it too heavily. That is going to pull. And then we're going to cure for 60 seconds in an LED lamp. And I'm pretty sure if you have a UV lamp, you probably should cure for 3 minutes. Okay, so today we are going to be using Valentina, Anna, Helena, Ariana, and Serena. We are going to also be using the butterflies. I'm gonna turn them upside down because you see how pretty they are. We are going to also be using these butterflies that came in with the kit with these particular colors. I have 2 brushes. I'm going to use 2 brushes. I have my own gel brush, and then I have the brush that they provided. I'm going to be using 100% alcohol, my little dapping dish. I'm going to start off with their brush to see if I can get the hang of it. I need a paper towel. Paper towel. Here, let's move this out the way for now. Okay, so I'm gonna dip my little brush in there. And so the first color we're gonna use is Valentina. Now, all the videos I watch, they just squeeze it onto the nail. And then, I mean, they use more than that, but they do really long nails. And then they work it in. Which I probably didn't use enough. But they said you can always go back and use more. Right now I'm just using a pattern motion. And these are really translucent, which, I mean, I guess that's what the system says. Okay, well, I guess I'll put a little bit more on there. Well, no, I'm not. Because we're gonna push in our purple. We're gonna push in our purple butterflies. I have to remember to dip in alcohol. And now that the butterflies are in, now I'll go in. I don't know if I should do this before. Well, it's a learning curve. And then we'll go in and try to build up the structure of the nail. Hopefully. Maybe I should have cured it first. Yeah, I probably should have cured it first and then, because now the little butterflies are all over the place. So, what I'm going to do, oh, sorry, out of frame, guys. I think I'm gonna take this off and start again. Okay, so I scraped it off and I redid it. So I'm going to cure for, you know what? I'm gonna cure for 30 seconds just to give it a nice flash cure, and then we're gonna go and put the other, we're gonna finish filling out the nail. Okay, so I've cured for 30 seconds, and we're just gonna put another bead on here to, I guess, to do the strength. I'm not sure. So we're just gonna build out over the butterflies to encapsulate them. Okay, so I'm gonna have her cure this for 60 seconds, and we're gonna do this slightly different this time. Okay, so we're gonna lay the polygel, a thin coat of polygel, over the entire nail, and then we'll put the butterflies in, and then cure for 30 seconds, and then cure for 60 seconds. Otherwise, this is gonna take way too long. I have to remember to keep getting the brush wet. Okay, so my thin coat is on. So that was Anna. Now we're going to use Helena. You guys, I'm going to be honest. I think that I'm just going to stick with acrylic. Hopefully it doesn't move a lot, because a lot of people said that polygel does move if you don't bother with it for a while. So I'm trying to hurry up. Well, I'm not going to jump to the thumb. I'm just going to And you can't even really tell. This is Ariana. You can't even really tell the difference in the color. At all. You can't. Okay, so let's get these butterflies on. Okay, so now we have all the butterflies on there. We are going to cure for 30 seconds and then encapsulate with the same color. Okay, so now that we're finished encapsulating them all, we're going to use 100% alcohol. We're going to remove the tacky layer. This is not for me, guys, at all. This took way too long. Maybe because it's my first time, but that patent. That we're gonna clean everything, and then we're gonna start with our our cuticles. We're gonna clean them. And this particular system came with a top coat. We're going to use their top coat. Hopefully it's a no white top coat. Because I really didn't want this to be a long video, but I didn't have a choice. Now, we have to remember that gel is super easy to file. And I have to say that to remind myself that gel is easy to file. So you can make a mistake and overfile. So just pay attention. Because I'm just gonna clean my cuticles up. Okay, so my cuticle bit was getting gunked up. So what I'm gonna do is go in with a fine sanding band, and I'm gonna go over everything before I go in with my cuticle cleaner. And we just gonna file everything nice and smooth. Because remember, gel's easy to file, so it doesn't need a whole lot. When I laid the product on this finger, I had a really hard time. So I have quite a bit on this one to remove the bulk. Okay, so now that I have them generally filed, I'm gonna go back in and clean up my cuticle. Okay, now the cuticles are clean. We are going to shake these bad boys up. So now we are going to run my hand file over this one a little bit. Going buff to get some of the scratches out. Then we are going to top coat and cure for 6. I was like, okay guys, so this is the final result of the Butterfly series Polygel. This is the final result. So like, comment, share, hit that notification button, and I will see you in my next video.